Daredevil issue 1 sees Matt and Murdock meet a woman at a bar. The woman doesn't recognize him as a blind man at first, but when she does, Matt says he doesn't make it easy for people to notice. He begins mixing his painkillers with his alcohol, but when the woman asks for one of his painkillers, he says that would be illegal. In the past, Matt is taken by his father to the church and left in the care of Father Cathal thanks to Matt committing a breaking and entering crime. The priest asks what happened and learns the bully conned his friend out of his baseball cards, so he went to get the cards back, meaning he had to break into the bully's house. The priest knows that he was just righting an injustice and he did a good thing for a friend, but he did one thing wrong, and that was getting caught. Awakening later that night with the woman in his bed, Matt tells her he used to be a lawyer, but he's figuring out if he still even is one. The woman has to leave but wants his number, although Matt knows that's not a good idea, especially when she seems to find his blindness a fetish. She says she doesn't, but likes the way he looks and because he paid attention to her, and she never has to worry about if she's pretty enough around him. Elsewhere, police and EMTs respond to a robbery when the patrolmen meet their new lead detective, who learns from the injured victim Daredevil beat him up. The officers demand to know who this man is and learns he is Detective Cole North, freshly transferred in from Chicago. Cole is immediately not liked as he wants to get to work, whereas the other detectives really don't care about Daredevil, causing him to threaten them. He wants the detectives to know that Daredevil did this for one reason, because he liked it. In the past, a young Matt meets with Father Cathal again after his accident, alone this time with his dad working to pay his medical bills off. Matt says that he isn't confessing anything since now he can't see and can't do anything, it means he can't sin now. Cathal says that isn't true since Matt's sin is hating God. He says Matt believes God is revealing the world to him in other ways now that he's taken his sight, and it's okay to be angry at God now and it's understandable, but he needs to know that God loves him. In the present, Matt can't sleep and knows it was sloppy going after a gunman without his costume, but recently his radar sense has him feeling like he is in another cage. Donning his costume, he takes to the streets, ready to scratch his itch, but soon he almost falls from a roof after misstepping. He continues, however, as a robbery 3 blocks away has caught his senses. As the robbers leave the liquor store, Daredevil strikes, disarming them, but they still manage to get some hits in after he fails to count how many of them are there. They soon get the better of him, beating him as the fire breaks out in the liquor store. Daredevil manages to beat them all as the cops arrive, and he tries to escape, fleeing to a rooftop. Removing his mask as the fire burns, Matt cannot believe he bungled his first proper night out, making him wonder how long he can keep doing this before he gets killed. In the past, Matt visits Father Cathal after a night out in his early Daredevil career. He confesses to a priest that he has beaten a man, asking if sometimes violence is justified, citing a story of Jesus using violence. But Cathal says that he was the son of God, and Matt is just a man, and men succumb to violence and it destroys lives, just like how it's destroying Matt's. Matt tearfully removes his mask as Cathal says that there is a difference between a man who rescues someone through the use of violence and one who seeks violence like an addict. Cathal doesn't get a response, instead finding only Matt's bloody black mask in the booth. In the present, Wilson Fisk is giving his daily rundown as Detective North investigates the liquor store fire. Fisk watches the news coverage of the fire, which mentions Daredevil being seen at the crime, where one of the criminals was killed by blunt force trauma to the head from Daredevil. Daredevil issue 1 was a wonderful beginning to Chip Zdarsky's new and different run, which shows a sloppy, out of control Matt Murdock trying to get back into being the hero Daredevil, with disastrous results shown here. I really do love how different this series is compared to other of Chip Zdarsky's works, whereas they're mostly comical and very humorous. This is quite serious and quite dark, and it's a great look at how much Daredevil's activities degrade Matt's life. I'm really looking forward to seeing Matt reach that breaking point and what will happen when he eventually does. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.